Christine, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on my lunch hour on this Wednesday afternoon. I think that I could have gotten by without doing the tip Tuesday last night by just writing what Tyler's tip was to me. It seemed like a lot of you guys really liked that advice, and it's so true, right? So you can only do so much in a day, and sometimes you just can't make it all happen. And so, I went in to talk to him as he was getting ready after work, and I told him, oh my gosh, I didn't do my tip Tuesday. And he's like, you know what? You're not doing your tip Tuesday because it's date night starting now. And exactly what he said is that you have to take a break from stamping, and that's all right. And you guys were all good with that. So, but I thought, you know what? I had said that I was going to go live today, and so I can't miss a week not doing tip Tuesday. So I'm home on my lunch hour. I thought I'd take a few minutes and tell you what I have for my tip for this week. Hi, Kay. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Deb Norman. It was a very good, relaxing date night. I will be completely honest with you. We ate leftovers because there was turkey chicken noodle casserole left over. Hi, Marcia. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Kathy King. Hi, Doris. Hi, Sherry Martin. We had leftovers because there was ham balls, there was chicken noodle casserole, there was dip, there was dessert. Hi, Maria. There was so much leftover food from this weekend because my mom made what she thought would be enough to cover, and my mom never wants to run out of food. Hi, Linda Brady. So I'm sure she made extra, and so we had leftovers from the Winter Creative Escape. Hi, Carmen Melendez. Hi, Laura Wigan. So we had leftovers, which was super easy. There was no cooking involved, just heating up in the microwave. Thanks for sharing, Linda. I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing, Marcia. And so we watched a movie. It was, I have a wood burning fireplace in a little room off of my house, and it got started last night. Tyler built a fire. Hi, Ann Bellinger from Vermont. And we watched a movie. We watched that Shang-Chi movie, which is a Marvel movie. And so it was good. I really liked it. If you guys haven't watched it yet, it was a good movie. I don't know if Tyler was as impressed with it, but I loved that there was this little fur baby in it. His name is Morris. He was like a pig chicken. And you realize, like, what's a pig chicken? You have to really watch the movie to understand. Iwanda from upstate New York. It's this big, furry, fluffy animal that was from a different universe. If you've ever watched any Marvel movies, they're different universes. And this was from a universe that had mystical creatures. And so it was this thing that looked like a cat, but was like as big as a pig, and it had these magical iridescent wings like a chicken. And I just loved how adorable it was. And so just to watch the movie to see Morris would be amazing. Hi, Katie Schmidt. Hi, Carissa Alberts. Hi, Margaret Rika. So, hi, Arlene Peterson. So we're here. I have about 15 minutes before I got to get my butt back to the office. And I wanted to talk to you about something that I think affects everybody from time to time. It depends on where you are in your life. It's going to happen to you. And it actually was Tyler's idea. I went into the house last week looking for a Tip Tuesday. And if you guys recall last week, I did my Tip Tuesday and I whispered a little bit because I felt like he could hear me. And I did my Tip Tuesday at about 7 o'clock, and he was in the garage cutting wood to put, he had some treated wood that he's trying to dry out. And so he was cutting wood while the girls were in here, and it was a hot night of preparing for the Winter Creative Escape. And so before I went in and I talked to him, I said, I still need to do my Tip Tuesday. What should I do it on? And this was his idea. He said to talk about creativity block. And so I've been pending on this tip. And if I would have had 20 minutes to sneak in last night, I would have definitely did it because I could have talked through this very easily. And I really don't have anything to show you except for how you can get over creativity block. And it was very apparent to me. Oh, my nose itched. It was very apparent to me over this weekend. We did introductions with everybody, and it was so nice to have a private, intimate group each day versus being at a there's something to be had about going to a hotel and having a retreat and being amongst all of these people, and it's crazy and good, but you don't get to meet people as close. Hi, Molly. You don't get to meet people as intimately is the word I'm looking for. When you have a small group, and we had like between like Thursday we only had 8 people, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday we had between 12 and 13. And what we did in the morning is introductions, and everybody introduced themselves. And Jennifer wanted the meat and potatoes, like let's hear a little story, like, well, you're married, you have kids, like something you might not, people don't know about you. And so it was very exciting to learn, and you build friendships and you build bonds. And so I got to hear a lot of people's stories this weekend, which is amazing. And people sometimes felt bad after they shared, and they felt like they shared too much. It's just like, no, all of it is awesome. We get to know people, and that's what it's about. And I heard from numerous people about how they get creativity block, and something happens in your life. Somebody passes, like a significant other, a parent, a child, a close friend, anybody passes, and that can be enough to put you into a mindset where you don't want to do anything. Hi, France. And so you lose your mojo, and you lose that creativity, and you just can't find you. Something might even happen to you personally. You could have an accident, or have been diagnosed with cancer or a tumor, or broke something, or tripped and hurt yourself, and now you're healing. And it's like you can keep going and keep going and keep going until all of a sudden something stops you, and you don't know how to get that back. And it could take a month, it could take a day, it could take a year, it could take 10 years, it could take some amount of time. And I guess what I like to make sure you guys know is that creativity comes and it goes, and it's okay to not feel creative. Hi, Donna from Northeast Michigan. It's okay to not be creative all the time. I find that as long as I keep going, I'm good. But I will tell you, where if I create and create, and all of a sudden it's like I'm like the juices are sucked down my head, and it could be 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like, oh man, gotta get back on that horse and keep doing it. So I want to talk a little bit about how you can get that creativity block, or creativity back, so you don't have that block. And just knowing and understanding it's okay to, to have it's okay. It really is okay to have a room full of stuff that you don't use every day, or for a year, or for a month. It's there for you to use when you're ready for it. It's your hobby. A lot of people refer to stamping as a therapy, that it takes their mind off of things. And honestly, that has been what Stampin' has been for me. There's been a few things that Stampin' has been for me for the last 20 years, but I would have to say therapy is one of them. Not like I have to need help from something, but what it does is I have a very high-paced, go life. I'm constantly doing things. And I'll be honest with you, even though stamping is my business, stamping is therapy to me. When I get to go upstairs into my craft room and design, I forget about a lot of the crazy that's going on in my life. Hi, Jay Shante. Oh, yes, so Jay was one of them that lost her little mojo over the past week. But she's back at her desk today. Way, I'm so excited. Yay. But Jay, you weren't alone. So many people have told me over the weekend that they go through these different spurts, and how do you get it back is what I want to talk about. It doesn't matter why you lost it. You know that you lost it, and you start to feel, overwhelmed, and you feel like you have all this stuff that you then start to feel bad that you have all this stuff. And you should never feel bad for the things that you buy, because you could buy this stuff. You could buy other things versus this stuff. You could go to not saying that going to the bar is bad if it's done in moderation, but there are people that spend all their money at the bar. There are people that spend their money on tools. There are people that spend their money on whatever makes them happy, right? That's what it comes down to, is stamping makes you happy, so you want to buy things that make you happy. You could buy it in clothes, for Pete's sake. So hi, Mary Ellen. Hi, Barb Johnson. Hi, Michelle Hollings. So what do you do when you've lost the creativity block? And you guys are going to laugh, because I was sitting, when I realized I wasn't going to do a Tip Tuesday last night, I actually am like, okay, I need to take a shower. It's date night. Get ready. All of this stuff came rushing into my head while I was in the shower, and I had to literally get a pen and paper out after I got out of the shower, and I wrote a lot of this on the Post-it note after I got out of the shower. Hi, Barb Johnson from Missouri. I'm looking at both of the chats. So you could, Jay, that's another example. Not to say going to the casino is bad, but you could be losing your money at the casino. So you guys, hi, Jeannie Parker. Jeannie Parker's another one. We lost our dear friend, Brenda, Jeannie's sister, in the last couple weeks. And Jeannie hadn't stamped since November. And so her weekend here for the Winter Creative Escape was her first time stamping. And I hope that a little bit of her mojo came back, and she even got some things she's going to make Valentine's Days for her son. And so just it comes back. Just know that it does. You just have to be willing to accept it when it's ready, okay? So thanks to everybody that's commenting that they share. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so I wrote some notes about how you could get your creativity block back. And these are things that you could actively do, right? So if you're sitting and you're like, I gotta make a card, it's so-and-so's birthday coming up, and I really wanna give them a handmade card because I'm not going to the store and buying a card. I have all this paper, I have all these ink pads, I have all these stamps and stuff, I can make a card, right? So what happens when you just need to get that mojo back to make a card? So I even wrote down here, take a shower. Hi, Terry Costin, watching me from work. Shh, I've got like 10 minutes and I got to get back to work. So taking a shower, you guys, it is amazing how I think in the shower, right? And I will daydream about a card in a shower. Like, let's say I just got a stamp set or I have a class coming up and I'm like, oh, I want to make something with this card. I will actually start thinking of colors and things. It's like I feel like my mind is clear in the shower. It's really crazy. Not always. Sometimes I'm thinking about what I got to do next, the next. But taking a shower helps me, like, it kind of like washes away worries and stuff that you're worried about, and it allows for positive things to come in and think about lining up things. And so honestly, these notes came to me while I was taking a shower. My mind was like, you're washing off and you're washing your hair, and it's like, it's a good feeling. So when in doubt, take a shower. Okay, so that's my funny one for you guys. But here's another one. I think the one that I go to the most, my number one thing is I look at my past cards that I created. I think I've mentioned in the past, hi Julie, I think I've mentioned in the past that I keep every one of the cards that I personally make, and I keep them in a box, and I have them up in my shelves in my craft room. And so I'll be honest, if I don't know what to do with a stamp set, or if I don't know what to do, I take that box and I just start looking through it, and all of a sudden, boom, I have a layout I can work with. Start with a layout and then pull in your stamps and then pull in paper. But looking at, okay, so number one, looking at your past cards, your own past cards, okay? So that really is inspiration in and of itself, because you made that card, something helped you make that card, and now you have that card. Now, you might not save your cards. Some people don't save samples. That's okay. I'm just saying, if you do save your cards, use them as inspiration. But another thing is looking at past swaps. Now, not all of you might swap with others, but one of the things that I do to get inspiration is I swap with other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, primarily demonstrators, because I want to be able to use the swaps that I get in my business. But like, I host a customer swap. It's called the Cards by Christine Customer Swap Group. Anybody's really that supports me or watches me on Facebook or takes classes from me, I generally accept all. So you might not even have taken a class or bought anything from me, but you watch me and I've built a little relationship with you. I welcome everybody. Hi, Susan. Good afternoon. So swapping is awesome because you can maybe not get an idea from yourself that's coming up in your brain, but all of a sudden you have some swap cards that just came in, or you keep your swap cards and you can look through past swap cards. So again, it's like relating to number one. Oh, so Barb takes a picture of every card she makes. Okay, that takes up less space at home. And then as long as you can have them organized in your phone, maybe that would be awesome. And that is another, I didn't even think about this, but the taking pictures and going through your phone. So if you see an idea somewhere, take a picture of it and now go back to your phone and refer to your phone for that inspiration. Perfect example. I take screenshots a lot. I take pictures. Go to your phone, go to your tablet, go to where you store your pictures, get your inspiration from there. Hi, Mary Beth. Okay, so looking at swaps, past swap cards, looking at past cards that you made. Like, so here, example, these are swap cards I got from people. So if I'm at a loss, oh my gosh, look at this beautiful card. Look how simple it is. It's all of a sudden a piece of designer paper, some circles, a little bow, a little trim, and a sentiment. A nice, clean, simple, beautiful card. Hi, Karen. Made by Rhonda Morgan. And then look at that. So honestly, this is a card that I made. Looking at past cards can give you inspiration. Okay. My lip says I need to switch. I might be freezing. I'm not quite sure, but I thought we had that fixed. Okay. So we had a great example from Barb, though. Pictures. I didn't even write that run down, but you guys... I had to show somebody something from my phone. Do you know how many card pictures I had to scroll through to get to the picture? And that happened to somebody that this weekend too. They wanted to show me something. Oh, I think it was Sharon Duff. She was showing me a picture of her son, and she had to scroll through like 30 pictures to get to her son because all the rest were cards. Okay, so there, you got a couple ideas there. Now, another one is looking through catalogs, you guys. So I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have every Stampin' Up! Catalog from, I think, if I'm looking up there, 1997. All right, not to say that the newer products are in the newer catalogs, right? But not to say I couldn't go back from a past catalog and look for ideas. All in all, looking through a catalog I did freeze. Let's see if it comes back. Okay, I was on a roll and I looked down and I got the spinny thing, but now it's back. Okay, so we might have froze for like a half a second, you guys. Okay, so Laura says she takes pictures of the cards and she makes them and puts them on the computer so she can remember who I made them for and what they look like. Awesome. Organization at its finest right there. So Kathy King, from now on, I'm going back to all the PDFs. Oh my gosh, I didn't even write that down. So one of the perks of being on my Be Happy Stampers team is I provide the PDF tutorials that I make for every online class that I offer, and they get shared in my Facebook group, my team Facebook group. They go back for 2.5 to 3 years. I can't remember the first one I uploaded, but I want to say it was 2019 or 18. I can't remember, but maybe 3 years. And so Kathy King, fabulous recommendation. Having like a binder of PDF tutorials where it actually has the supplies that were used, the measurements that were used, and then the instructions of how to put it together. Hi, Lizzie from the UK. So you guys, I love the feedback that I'm getting of you guys telling me where you get your inspiration from, because you're not only telling me that, you're also telling everybody that's going to watch this video or who is watching the video to help us get our creativity like rolling. Krista says she printed the PDFs and put them in a binder to page through. Yeah, so when you're on my team, you have access to all of that. Great to see you too, Barbara Godby. Barbara, I saw a note that you and Faye and Michelle might want to be coming to the winter or to the summer creative escape in person. We need to talk about that to see if that is going to happen. You guys, it's amazing. I have 66 people that are signed up between in-person and virtual, just like by penciling people in. So I'm getting to the point where I gotta like be fine-toothing who needs to come on certain days. So Barbara, we need to talk about that if you guys are gonna be in person. Online, not so matter. It doesn't matter so much. But okay, so you guys, I didn't even have that on my note about the PDF tutorials, but it's great. We were talking about looking through catalogs, okay? So if you have a stamp set, Kathy King is coming. I have you marked down for Friday. Anne, perfect. So you just said videos for inspiration. I had that on my list. That is so true. Whoever you love to watch, go back and watch one of their videos. It may not be something you're currently making, but they might be making a project that might inspire you to make something, right? So looking at past videos is another great way to get inspiration. Okay, perfect. I love it. Susan says she's saved all the PDFs she's purchased. That's perfect too. So there are a plethora of demonstrators out there that sell PDF tutorials in their online stores. Like I have an online store with every PDF tutorial that I sell as well. So whatever PDFs, if you can keep them organized in a manner that you can just scroll through and get ideas for pictures, perfect. Oh, Deb Norman, your daughter-in-law might come from Milwaukee in July. Okay. If it's over a 50% chance, sorry to change the subject, but if it's over a 50% chance, we need to pencil her in. So if you want to put the feelers out, please let me know soon. I'm already finagling the days, and you guys, I might even have to add on a Wednesday at this point. Oh my goodness. Okay, so catalogs, you guys. So this is what I was talking about. There are lots of samples. Now you might not like the colors, but look at the layout. Like you have a base and then you have a piece of designer paper. You might have this ice cream cone set and you might not like the colors. Don't overlook things because you don't like the colors. Look at the patterns and the layouts for cards. But you might not like the layout for that card, but you might like the colors, the crumb cake with the soft pinks and greens. So yes, let me know, Deb. Perfect. So hi, Karen Karste. So samples, you guys, look through your catalogs, get inspiration. There's the mini catalog that we have. I never have thrown away a catalog. I have one copy of every catalog since I started stamping, and then even I was able to get the few catalogs before. So I started at stamping in 2000, you guys. I I think I have catalogs from 1997 on, and like the little ones, the big ones, all of them. So hi, Millie Kindle. Yes, Barbara, that would be good. Talk to Faye and get back to me. I was kind of penciling you guys in for Thursday at this point, if the three of you are going to make it, because that was the day that had the least. And hopefully you guys can come up and any day works. And so was looking at Thursday. Okay, so we talked about the shower. We talked about past cards that you made, that you did from swapping. We talked about videos. We talked about PDF tutorials. Three other things I have. Attend a class. So there's so many people that attend classes to get inspiration and ideas. And just attending a class, you go home with cards and you've used products, and it helps to get that creativity and the excitement back. So don't be afraid, even if you've been an avid stamper and you feel like you know it all and you don't need to attend a class. Attend a class for the social aspect of it. You get to meet new people. You guys, it was so amazing, the friendships and people that now they're already talking about, oh, I'll see you at the Summer Creative Escape. It's awesome. I love it. So attending a class or an event like a retreat or an event like we did this weekend, it not only like fuels the creativity, but I honestly believe it boosts the immune system. Happiness, like positivity, friendships, that all helps to make somebody happier. And happiness helps to be, there are studies that show that happiness helps to boost immune systems, because you have the positivity running through you versus negativity and the downiness. That's not a word, but the downness. So, right? So maybe put it into your budget that even though you know it all, you have everything you need, attend a class, attend an event, and that will help to foster some friendships and another social outlet for you. Attend events. Hi, Brenda Schutte. You're another one that I thought of that would help with the creativity block. It happens. If you lose the mojo and you want to get it back. So I'm trying to give you guys ideas for that. The other thing is, if you attend events, I will sometimes do something called Fondue Fest, or I'll attend craft fairs. And I don't generally take a lot of stuff to sell. I don't make a lot of stuff to sell, but I do have cards to sell. Hi, Christine. And I generally try to promote my classes. And so I can class schedules. And so if you go to an event and you find that there's a person there that does card making or scrapbooking or whatever it is that you enjoy, what you can do is take their schedule and entertain the idea of taking a class with them. You never know if you need it or not. And so attending events like that helps you to become familiar if there's somebody in your area that does do card making classes or scrapbooking classes. So attending those kind of events are good. And that will help lead you to hopefully more happiness and positivity in your life. So, all right, I have one more here, and then I think I have another one yet. All right, so we all have friends, I think, that are hopefully local to us, and maybe they stamp, maybe they don't stamp. But here's two ideas. If they already stamp, call them. If you have lost your mojo and you don't know how to get it back, call your friend who stamps and say, hey, can we get together and make cards? You may sit and not make a single thing that entire time that you're creating and crafting, but you're talking with your friend and you might be telling her why you lost your creativity bug. People need to talk, and having friends that you can talk to about it. Maybe the next time then you get together, that's when the crafting comes out. But call a friend. Don't be afraid to call somebody to craft with and go to her house or his house, or invite them over. Hi, Kim Sketchfield. Hi, Mary Drummond. And so invite a friend to stamp, or let's say you don't have any friends that stamp, okay? I know that's kind of crazy because over the time you end up having a lot of people in your life that might stamp, right? They might not be close. Well, what happens if you invite a friend over that doesn't stamp and you ask them if they'd want to come over and try something new? And they start stamping, and now all of a sudden you introduce them to something that they absolutely fall in love with. And there's just something very rewarding and gratifying about making something and giving it to somebody to brighten their day and bringing that sunshine and happiness to those around you. So introducing stamping to somebody who doesn't know anything about it, or crafting or creating or scrapbooking, anything, introduce it to somebody, because they might find something that they never knew that they could, that was out there. So Danny and I were stamping together in Zoom. Oh my goodness, Kathy King, I love it. I remember seeing that you guys did that. So here's a perfect example. Kathy lives in Oregon. Danny lives, I believe it's Kentucky. Danny used to be from Oregon, and they connected over some posts in one of my videos many, many moons ago now. It was like last year or the year before even. I think it was even the year before. And they got together and did a Zoom crafting time together. So you don't even have to be local to stamp together, you guys. Okay, just like they did all these girls' happy hours via Zoom and they sat and drank. Well, instead of sitting and drinking, well, you can still sit and drink, but it's hard for me. I lose focus if I'm drinking and stamping, and then my stuff doesn't turn out straight, and then I'm not happy, and then I cut myself with my scissors. So I don't generally stamp and drink at the same time. It is doable, but not very successfully. But just saying that you can set up a Zoom and stamp with somebody. FaceTime, whatever the Apple timing stuff. I don't know, I'm not an Apple person, but FaceTiming or video chatting with people. A great way to interact with a friend that doesn't live closely, but that you can stamp with them. Although, I don't know, I have one more, and I'm saving it for last, because it really is the last thing for me. And I made a friend in California, and we craft together on FaceTime. I love it. Awesome, Susan. Okay, I would love for you guys, before I give my last one and sign off, because I just went over by a little bit. If you guys have more ideas on how you get your creativity back after you've had something happen to you and you've lost your mojo for whatever reason, tell us. Share it in this video. This is our time to inspire each other to get back on the bandwagon. I know Debbie Schultz, your daughter moved away, and you lost your mojo. And so things happen. It happens. Just know that it is not only you that it happens to. It happens to everybody, okay? All right. So last but not least, you guys are going to laugh. The last place, I am late for work, Luann Johnson. Because I got to stop at the P.O. box yet, too. The last place I look for inspiration, I'll be honest with you, is Pinterest. And you think that's kind of funny or it might be kind of crazy, and you wonder why. Because Pinterest is full of ideas. And it's kind of like Facebook. Hi, Darcy. It's kind of like Facebook. It can suck you in, and all of a sudden, 2 hours later, you got nothing done, and all you did was read about somebody that you haven't seen before, and all of a sudden about something, and you learned something about all your friends on Facebook, but you didn't accomplish the mission of why you maybe went on Facebook to begin with. That happens to me with Pinterest. If I can get in and out like that, I'm good. But if I find myself diverted and, oh, that's a pretty card, snap. That's a pretty card, snap. That's a pretty card. Oh my gosh. I love Pinterest too, and I'm not knocking or dissing Pinterest. I'm not knocking or dissing any Facebook groups where you can get inspiration. There's other, like social media for inspiration, Instagram. Not knocking them. I'm just saying that they're more likely for me to be at the end for me to get. If I have failed with all my other things, I will go to Pinterest. I'll look up the name of the stamp set, and I go, I look it up. I try to get my inspiration in looking at 5 cards, and then I get out. Because, raise hands, how many times have you gone into Pinterest looking for an idea and you came out 2 months, I was going to say 2 years. No, you came out 2 hours later and you really lost all the time that you were going to spend creating, right? You had a 2-hour window that you could have been creating, and now you just lost it, and now you got to go back and do the dishes or put the kids to bed or do your laundry or go to work or eat lunch or make dinner. And there's all these things that can take up our time in a day, and Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube and all that is one of them. So get in, get out, and get what you need in a matter of seconds. Or you know what? If you want to spend 2 hours doing it, it's your time. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just trying to help you avoid not getting to your crafting and creativity. Yes, Jay said the demonstrator planning place is always a great place for demonstrators to go to see interesting ways how somebody's making something and using a different, absolutely. So I'm lucky if I'm in Facebook and I have, sorry, my nose itches, demonstrator party planning place is set to see first. And so if I'm in my newsfeed and I see some pictures, I try to snap pictures and just keep going. I just see it happens. I just don't want you guys spending all your time looking for stuff and not creating and crafting, because that's where the true joy comes from, is creating and crafting. So on that note, Maria agrees. Pinterest does suck you in too often, spend too much time. Absolutely. Okay, you guys, I've officially went a half hour, and I was planning to go 10 minutes, but you know me, I get jibber jabbering and I get excited, and then I just want to share more. So that's how we're going to play with it or roll with it. So So Kelly Tape Technique Thursday, you guys. And you should watch for that tomorrow. And then I will be live with you in the Hive tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. We're making the monthly cards. I'll flip down really quick so that you can see them. I still have kits available in case anybody's interested. We're making the robot card. We're making like 3 Valentine's Day-ish cards. And so they could be turned into birthday if you don't do Valentine's Day, or an anniversary or wedding card. So if anybody is looking for kits, hi Vicki Fritz. If anybody is looking for kits, I still have them available. Woohoo! All right, you guys, I'm off to see the Wizard of Oz at work today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm off to work though. And we will see you tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, so exciting. I think you meant to say, Kathy. I got it. So you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you on this happy hump day. Happy Wednesday, pretending it's Tuesday. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Love you.